Three, two, one. All right. So hello everyone. This is Robert and Richard. We are the co-founders of Blackbox. We're building autonomous coding agents, scaled to more than 20 million users, and growing very fast. We have some very cool announcement coming soon. Richard will go through a series of demos of some of the latest capabilities. Some of them a bit older, some of them a bit recently launched. The purpose of this video is to be long form tutorial to showcase in length how you can leverage Blackbox, whether you are a senior developer, junior developer starting to learn how to code, whether you're front end, back end, machine learning. We're building these tools to transform the way you write code. Our goal is to support the developer community, to provide them with the best tools so that you can literally do 10x more in your day. So we'll get started. We'll work on some very advanced tasks and some really lightweight tasks so that you can have a good combination of levels of difficulties.
So we're going to start with the first example, and we'll be able to go through different types of example. The first one is using directly on the Blackbox IDE. You can use it on the Blackbox app or VS Code or all other types of IDEs that you're working with.
We right now integrate with more than 35 IDEs. So wherever you're writing code, you have definitely a possibility to use Blackbox.
And so here we're going to take an example just to give you some more context on it. So we're going to tell it
and by the way, here what we're working on is with the Signal repo, right? So Signal messaging app with hundreds of millions of users. Their code is fully open source, or some of it is fully open source. So here to showcase the capability of Blackbox on working on large repo for larger context, we're going to be working on it.
So as you can see, you can have the agent in autonomous mode or manual mode. Right now we turned it into autonomous mode so that you don't have to be personally approving each step, but you can do this if you prefer to be following it through its execution. What it's doing right now, it's coming up with a plan, scanning the code base.
What was the task?
It's to improve the rate limiting implementation. So if some users on the Signal server are sending much more than what it's allowed, this is going to control the rates of message sending. So after analyzing the rate limiting...
So this would help us detect like if you have bots that are sending messages and so on, so you'll be limiting them.
And here the agent started by coming up with a comprehensive improvement plan dedicated for rate limiting. So the current implementation, the agent did the understanding right here. Areas of improvement, distributed rate limiting coordination across multiple instances, limited burst handling capabilities, no adaptive rate limiting based on system load, basic retry after calculation. Okay, so now we have a set of optimizations. We can also take a look at them. Here we have them. This is the plan that the agent decided to go on and execute. Also, we have another question here. Which specific improvement would you like me to implement first? Enhanced burst handling, improved retry strategy, or enhanced monitoring for better visibility? We're going to tell it enhanced burst handling.
Let's go.
So it's giving us some options. We can pick. We can tell it all of them. We want to improve everything. So here it's identify the right file, making the code changes, and
to give you an example, like here you're working synchronously with the agent. You're giving it the task. The agent is working on the task. You're seeing the diff. You're seeing the plan. You're more in a passive mode, but you're still collaborating synchronously. Shortly after this demo, we'll show you how Blackbox agent can work also in an asynchronous way through secure virtual machines. The agent will be working directly in the cloud You can assign to it 10, 100 tasks. It can integrate directly with your GitHub issues, with your Notion page that lists the tasks, or with your Linear account, so that actually you can connect it and link it to the task management tool that you use internally. And this way it's working asynchronously. It will be working remotely, completing the task, and notifying you when the task is complete. It's going to be a different experience from what you're seeing right now, which is fully synchronous. Robocoder, which is our autonomous coding agent, is accessible through the Blackbox website. You can directly get started on it right now, today. It's accessible to all users, and you can start testing it.
So here it's on its way. Now let's create a test to verify that our enhanced burst handling implementation was good. So not only it's doing the implementation, it also makes sure, just like regular good, like what a good engineer would do is it would validate whether the task was properly implemented, yes or no, with proper testing. So you don't have to do this phase of testing yourself. So here it's doing the test implementation. It created a whole new file dedicated for testing. So we're having it here. Now let's add enhance, okay, by updating to include burst specific metrics. So it's on its way doing the implementation on this task. It might be a bit like a few more seconds or minutes, but it's basically going through like
maybe meanwhile we can get started on another capability, and we'll keep this monitoring this. The other capability is going to be maybe more lightweight. So we're going to showcase another capability here. It's going to be more lightweight. It's going to be how can you use Blackbox to convert a design to code. So while the agent is still working on the task here,
it's done. I think
it's done.
What
we want to do next, we'll give it the new task right now, and then we'll go back to the agent.
That's right.
Basically, this next feature is going to be more is going to be easier. We're going to basically take a screenshot so that we can actually convert a design to code. Let's do this. So basically here, for the sake of time, we're going to take literally a screenshot, but you can do this by connecting it to your Figma account, or uploading some wireframes from your designer, and Blackbox will convert this to code. So basically you'll see the code being generated in real time, and then you'll see the design appear here. So maybe we can go back to the task that was given to the agent on your IDE.
So here the recap of it. It did say the task was complete. Before completing, I need to confirm the testing status and ensure implementation is properly verified. So remaining areas that require testing. It also tells you like whether you want to proceed with even more extensive testing, because you can keep going, to the extent, should I proceed with a comprehensive, or would you prefer to skip the testing and complete the task with the current? So it's up to the user to what degree they still want to go further on and execute.
So as you can see here, this is the front-end implementation within a few seconds of giving it the design.
And here it's going to also generate, even though it's a small part of the output, but it's an image that we had here, Claude creating a repo. And also you can pick other models if you wanted to choose which one that you'd like to pick from, and you can download here, you can share it, and
all this is accessible through Blackbox. So this is one of the features. What we're going to do, we're going to still stay on the VS Code repo, on the Signal repo on VS Code. One thing that we're going to do is to showcase a third feature. We're going to actually open the browser agent.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're gonna go right now to one of the latest capabilities that we launched recently. If you open the browser, you have the real-time screen share with Blackbox's agent.
Yeah.
You can share your screen directly with Blackbox, and basically Blackbox will be able to be fully accessible to you to ask any question. So can you hear me now? Maybe it's going out from the... Yeah, it was the sound was going out from my earphones. So right now, is it audible?
Yes, it's audible now.
Perfect. So I'm gonna share my screen on my VS Code, and basically I want you to review, explain to me this highlighted code, what it does.
All right, this highlighted code is a test case named Test Normal Operation in Primary Bucket. It tests the scenario where the rate limiter is operating normally within the primary bucket, and it asserts that a rate limit exceeded exception is thrown when the validate script executes.
If you were to actually improve it, what would you do?
To further improve it, I would suggest adding more specific assertions to validate the behavior of the rate limiter under different conditions, such as varying request rates and burst sizes. This would provide a more comprehensive test coverage.
Another example, and right now we're going to show you also like a lightweight usage that you can have and quickly get familiar with Blackbox agent. So we're going to tell it, for example, build me a landing page for what?
What do you want to do? So let's say
a company
for company what?
That sells Aston Martin cars.
Yeah.
Show
vintage Aston Martin.
Sells vintage Aston Martin cars. Show the cars in different cities and
in James Bond like styling.
James Bond like styling.
That's good. Now we're gonna take the same prompt and we're gonna send it on Claude.
Yeah.
Because transparency is important. And it's important to see how you can use different tools so that you can actually be the judge. So this is on Claude. Don't get your hopes too high. And then we're gonna showcase on Blackbox.
Yeah.
So let's see what's gonna happen.
Legendary Aston Martin collection.
That's cool.
Okay.
British Heritage Motors. That's good.
Begin your journey.
So what's happening with Claude?
Yeah, now it's doing it.
Legendary Aston Martin collection.
Okay.
Aston Martin DB5 GT. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
With the yacht.
All right. Now, that's cool.
Convertible.
What do you think?
Heritage and excellence.
That's good. Monaco office. Even like you see, like London has
Yeah.
Monaco, and then New York. That's good.
In different cities, you see, like each one is in a city. It seems.
That's cool. Let's look at how Claude does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Okay.
This
Vintage Aston Martin.
This is amazing. So, if we have this, and if we have this, legendary craftsmanship. Like what do you think?
Yeah.
So let's just start by here, right? Aston Martin here, British Heritage Motors.
Yeah.
So this is definitely, I think this. I would go for this.
Let's ask the screen share.
Let's ask the screen share. Let's be non-biased.
No, not here. I'll need to close. I need to keep this, and I think I can ask it from here. Okay.
All right. Yo, what's up?
Hey there. What can I help you with on the screen?
Yeah. So basically, my boss just asked me to build a landing page because he's building a company to sell vintage Aston Martin. All right. And he wants me to show it in different cities with James Bond-like styling. Okay. Clear?
Looks like. So your boss wants a landing page for vintage Aston Martin cars with a James Bond style, showcasing the cars in different cities. Got it.
Right. Now I'm going to show you two versions. And I want you to tell me which one would you recommend I present to my boss.
All right, I'm ready to check out the two versions and give you my recommendation. Let's see them.
Okay. I'm going to show it to you side by side.
Okay, side by side it is.
So do you see this on the left and on the right?
Yep, I see them both. The left one has British Heritage Motors and a classic car photo with legendary Aston Martin collection. The right one has Aston Martin and the title Legendary Craftsmanship, also with an Explore Collection button. What's your take on them?
What do you think first? Because I'm gonna keep scrolling now, but just first view here. Which one is more impressive?
All right, at first glance, the left one is more visually striking. The building in the background and the car photo give it a sense of place and history that fits well with the vintage theme. It feels more like a luxury travel ad, which could work great for a James Bond vibe. The right one is cleaner but less engaging initially.
Less engaging. That's good. And what do you mean by cleaner?
On
Like
the right side, it's
there's
just a
nothing.
cleaner design, with less going on visually. It's more direct, but maybe loses some of the character.
Yeah, so basically emptiness became clean. That's good. Now you see here, this
There's an arrow.
there's an
down.
arrow to point you down because they want you to keep scrolling. Now take a look at this here. Dog. What do you think?
Because this is the London city. On both, it's the same city.
It's the same
London,
city.
London, right?
So basically take a look here. What do you think here?
Okay, seeing them scroll down, both versions now showcase London. The left highlights a green 1964 Aston Martin DB5, while the right features a similar model with the London tag. The left provides a price and a view details button, making it more action-oriented. The right is more descriptive. If the goal is a James Bond feel, the left version is winning because it has the location tag and has a vintage car with the details,
That's good.
such as price.
And this one, like, can you tell me what does this? Is it a skateboard?
On the right side, it looks like it's showing a black outline of the same car. It looks to me like it's a design element, not a skateboard.
It's not a skateboard. Okay, now let's keep scrolling here.
Sure thing. Scrolling down we go.
What do you think
Yeah,
here?
even the
Okay, now we're seeing Monaco as the location. Just like before, the left version is more dynamic. It features an Aston Martin DB4 GT with a View Details button and price. The right is just the car's outline and description. The left one is more effective because it provides that call to action. What are your thoughts?
What do you think? Which one would you pick?
Overall, I think the left version is the stronger choice. It's more visually appealing and has clear calls to action. It gives off that sophisticated vintage vibe
Is
your
this
boss
a
is
hot
looking
dog?
for. What?
Or is this a man? Like these are the eyes, this is the eyebrow, and this is a hat?
Oh, I see what you mean. It does kind of look like a face
Yeah,
now
it
that you
looks-
mention it. I still think it's meant to be a car, but
I
I can
see.
see how those shapes could resemble eyes, an eyebrow, and a hat.
I see. Okay. And what do you think about this?
Paris.
With the two new versions of the sides, you can see even more cities such as Paris and Tokyo. Overall, I still stick with the left side, since it has more details and descriptions.
Are you biased in your judgment?
They finished here.
That's a-
Yeah. Are you biased?
Nope, I'm black box. I'm
Okay.
just observing what's there.
That's good.
The left side just
Are you sure you're not biased?
absolutely sure.
Because
I'm
maybe
black
between
box.
this and this, which one would you prefer? Like,
Given all the cities we've seen, I'd still recommend the left side because of the details for all of the cities.
take a look at this New York. New York shit. Then we have the Tokyo.
Right. If your boss wants the James Bond feel, I think the best course of action would be to stick with the left one for the landing page.
So you would stick with the left one. And here you see, like, if you want to schedule private viewing,
Yeah.
that's good. All right, keep it up. All right, so today, one of the last feature that we're going to be showcasing, and then we're going to be showcasing more features tomorrow, is the ability to basically, no, actually we have two more.
Yeah.
One of them, basically, you'll give it a URL. It will start cloning the app. Basically, here we'll give it a Dropbox website, and we're asking it to basically clone it. And it will work on it, and then it will get back to you with the results.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see it dynamically how it's working.
So here, users have access to a web VS Code. So this is the IDE directly in the browser, so they don't have to install anything locally to be able to use this to be able to use the black box agent. They just need to be able to just have their browser and send the same type of commands that you typically send locally. Here we're giving it something also a bit more visual and lightweight. It's cloning the main page for Dropbox. We're gonna take a look and see how it's gonna give us a visual. Now, one key difference that you'll notice across different features, there's different levels of depth that the user can get into. So here, the user can really have much more control on the agent, whereas on the outside, there's a bit, it's much more focusing on the visual aspect. Here, it's coming up with a plan. It's going to take a few seconds, and we're going to be able to
and the reason, like, it's taking a bit more time, like, the quality of the results will be deeper, so you'll be able to see how deep the quality is.
So it would be really scanning the page that you gave it in this case, and analyzing and giving a detailed plan. Here, while this is generating, we can show you that the user pretty much has the ability to run the full app, the back end, the front end. Here we're going to let it proceed. The user can have databases here, set their entire environment variables, really work as if they're working on it locally, but just here there's a cloud. So So it's also using, here we have a browser agent that's also visiting the link that was provided to make sure that it has all the contents, not just by doing a regular fetch on it. It's also checking it by visiting it from a browser agent that it opened right here. Now we have the agent already started with the implementation, and here you have also all your files that the agent is working on. You have the terminals. You can open as many terminals as you want. You have the different ports that are currently running. We're gonna get back to the current state of the agent. So it's about a few seconds from finalizing the page, and the difference in this case is that you can plug it to a backend, to a database. You can host it from here. It's not just a temporary visual that you're going to be able to see. You can continue from this point on and tell it, I want it actually to be fully functional with like upload, share, feature capability, login, add Stripe to it, add a database to it. So you can go as long as you want on this web IDE and keep working on the project. Now that I have created, let me update to include the mobile menu. Okay. So it should be in the final stages at this point. Okay, so it's now going to provide you with the link. We can open it separately. So
can you say which one is the original one?
Yeah. So here we have it like this. Same thing. Stay organized. So these are actually the original images that were pulled from the Dropbox link.
And take a look here. Basically what the agent will be doing is it will spin up browser agents to test the work, identify issues. You see here it's saying, let me improve to enhance the design, I'll update the styles. So basically the agent is going to be monitoring its own work